Good morning, guys. My name is Asia Chantell, and thank you for joining me for another yoga class today. So today's flow is going to be a combination between a really good deep stretch and also just helping you find your balance. So let's go ahead and get started. So today's class, we're actually going to begin standing up for a change, something a little different here. So we're going to stand up nice and tall. Make sure that your feet are about hip distance apart, so like the two fists put together. Take your shoulders back, let your chest be out tall, let your core be engaged here, shoulders back behind you. Deep breath in, open mouth exhale. Good. I close my eyes. You can close your eyes if you want or keep them open. Another deep breath in, exhale it out. Good. One more time as we set a positive intention for class as you breathe in. And on this exhale, just remove any negativity that you may be feeling right now. Excellent. We're going to take our arms, inhale the arms up, and then just release them. Good. So just getting the blood flowing there. Taking the arms up again, clutch them together, pointer fingers face the sky. Pull up as tall as you can to make yourself stand up really tall. And then once you do that, go ahead and just reach over to the right. Good. Kind of form a C shape to one side and then pull back up. Good. So we're going to go the other side here. And then pull back up. Good job, guys. From here, what we're going to do is go straight into a tree pose. So bringing your hands to heart center, we are going to take our right foot, pivot the right foot out so those toes are going toward the right side. So bring your heel of your right foot close. You can keep your foot here to kickstand position and just kind of come up on your toe. Or you can begin to bend the knee, keeping it in the right direction and walk it up your leg for tree. So you can stay here, or if it feels good for you, you can kind of tuck your foot right in between your left thigh, standing up nice and tall. Good. So we're gonna make sure that both of our hips are facing forward. And just focus on your balance. Choose one thing in the room to focus on. If this is a really difficult pose for you, you can also do this next to a wall while you're holding a wall. So inhale the arms up. Good. Find your balance today. Be strong in your core. Every single yoga pose that you do is about core. So keep that core nice and tight and you'll be fine. Good. Bring your hands back to heart center. And we're going to slowly walk that right foot down. Shake off the left. All right, guys, we're going to go on to the left side here, making sure we've got that good balance. All right, so feet are, again, hip width distance apart, standing up nice and tall, shoulders back behind you, hands come to heart center. We take that left foot, pivot it out toward the left. Now your left hip may have followed. Try to bring your hip back to center and then begin to walk the left foot up higher. So maybe you can kickstand, or maybe here, or maybe up to your thigh. Now, if you fall out of tree pose, just jump right back in it. That's okay. Yoga is all about a practice. Take both of your arms up. Good. Keep that core tight. Keep that right leg open. Breathe through it. Don't hold your breath. A lot of people tend to hold their breath in balancing poses, but the key to staying balanced is breath work. So breathe. Good. Hands come back to heart center. Slowly walk that left leg down. And shake it off, shake it off. Good. So now what we're going to do, guys, is go into our first sun salutation. So sun salutation is just a series of yoga poses that we're going to jump right into. So inhale the arms up. Good. Exhale into a forward fold. So go ahead and reach for your toes. First forward fold of class. The back of your legs may feel super stiff. That's okay. If you need to add a gentle bend to your knees, that's fine too. And once you go ahead and collapse into that forward fold, let your head hang as well. Nod yes and no a few times. Really give the back of your neck a stretch. If we're looking at our phones all day, this is a stretch for you. From here, just go ahead and rock your arms side to side. Let your body or your torso flow to the left, to the right. And if you're still feeling stiff, just allow your body to surrender. Collapse a little deeper into that forward fold. Let your hands flow side to side here. Beautiful. Then come up onto the tippy toes of your hands, the tips of your fingers, and then exhale back. Beautiful, guys. And then we're going to slowly come all the way back up. Reach like you're grabbing a ball behind you. back to heart center. All right, guys, from here, we're gonna come all the way down to our hands and our knees. So we're coming into our tabletop position. So tabletop position is here. We're gonna take on a beautiful shoulder stretch here, guys. So what we're gonna do is slowly bend down. So you're coming to your forearms here. Good. So from here, what we're gonna do is put our elbows to the mat if you can. If you need a block, you can take a block and put your elbows on top of that block or blanket, whatever you have at home. And then just go ahead and lower your heart toward the mat. So as you sink your heart towards the mat, good. Keep those hips high, heart comes down low, and just really stretch your shoulders. Good. So if you are a sloucher, if you don't have a great posture, this is a perfect stretch just to allow the back to go in a different direction. Good, and we're gonna slowly rise right back up and go straight into threading the needle here. So thread the needle, we take the right arm up, right arm comes sky high, and then we're gonna take the right arm, put it through the left, bringing the right shoulder to the mat. Maybe your head comes to the mat as well. Breathe here. Now, if this pose is uncomfortable for you or you notice that you're not breathing correctly, always adjust yourself, maybe lie onto a block and then press all the way back up. Good, so we're gonna go to the left. We gotta have balance in everything that we do. So left arm goes up and then we thread the needle to the left shoulder comes to the mat. Good, and with your right hand, you can bring it here or behind your back, whatever feels comfortable for you. Good, deep breath in as we come all the way back up. Good, so from here, guys, we're gonna take our hands, spread them apart. Good, so we're gonna engage in all 5 fingers as we come off of our knees, hips come up and back, coming onto the balls of our feet for your downward facing dog. So downward facing dog should feel like an upside down V. Good, make sure you're engaging in those fingertips to not disturb your wrist. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, bring the head a little bit more through the arms, closer to the thighs here. Embrace the stretch of your hamstrings. Breathe through it. Perfect, guys. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Good. So from here, we're going to take our gaze up in front of us and then just walk both of our feet coming back into that forward fold again. Second forward fold of class. You should be able to surrender a little bit deeper into this pose for yourself, letting your head hang low. Nod yes and no again. If your body feels a little gentle sway coming on, allow it. If not, if it's just craving you to just stand still and embrace the stretch, maybe straighten out your legs, then go for that stretch. This is your practice today. Do what feels good for you. Good. Inhale your hands. Halfway lift from that forward fold. We're going to inhale the arms up, bend the knees, and come into our chair pose. Another balancing pose here, guys. All right, so in our chair pose, we are going to make sure that our heels of our feet are pressed into the ground. If you are able to lift all 10 toes up off the floor, then that's how you know you're doing it right. Good. Sink a little bit deeper into your chair pose and bring your hands to heart center. Give our shoulders a rest here. As we continue to breathe, pull that heart forward. Exhale, sink a little lower. One more time. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, sink a little lower. Perfect. Good. Then go ahead and come back into that forward fold. And then we're just going to slowly come down to our mats. Good. Laying flat on our mat here. Knees are to the sky. The palms of our feet are face down onto the mat. So take your right leg and lift it as high as you can. Good. Go ahead, pull that right leg in nice and tight. And then you're going to go ahead and bend the knee and just set it onto your left thigh. Good. So once you've done that, you can stay here. This is a pretty good stretch for a lot of people. Or you can lift your left foot off the mat, taking your hands, wrapping them around your left thigh. Good for that seated pigeon pose. Every time you, beautiful, exhale, you're going to pull a little tighter. So on the exhale is when we give that space to challenge our muscles and challenge and deepen our stretch here. And then slowly release whenever you're ready. Left foot comes back down to the mat. Right leg comes back down to the mat as well. Left leg comes up sky high. Grab your hands, wrap them around your left thigh. Pull in just a minute. And then let that left leg sit onto your right thigh. Take your left hand and press your knee open. Good. Now, if you want, remember, you can stay here or you can lift the right foot off the mat, embracing the stretch from the side of your left hip, taking your hands and wrapping them around the right leg. So now hands are around the right thigh. On the exhale is when we breathe to give space to deepen the pose. So it's great, nice deep stretch here. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. Both knees come down to the mat. Good. So from here, guys, what we're going to do is a beautiful and gentle, let me scoot up on my mat a little bit, leg twist. So we're going to bend our right knee. Foot comes off the mat. Grab your hand. Reach for your right knee. Left hand grabs the right knee. Left hand pulls the right knee all the way down to the mat. Or maybe your right knee just comes halfway, or maybe you have a blanket here or a block. So right leg comes down, but we take our right leg comes to the left, but we take our gaze to the right. Breathing through it here. Good. Good. So bring that right knee back to the mat. Lay the right leg flat. This time we're going to bend the left knee. Right hand grabs the left knee and pulls it towards the right as our gaze comes to the left. One of my favorite twists. This is a very detoxifying twist. Perfect for digestion. Perfect to help strengthen the spine. Good. And then we're going to take both of our knees to the sky. We're going to go into a happy baby pose, guys. We're going to take our hands, reach for your ankles or maybe reach for your feet if you can. And then we're going to go ahead and flip our feet to where they're facing the ceiling. Pull your knees into hug your torso. Good. And just try to keep your tailbone toward the mat. If it feels natural for you to rock side to side, by all means, go ahead, take that stretch. If it feels natural to you to straighten one leg out and just take a deeper stretch here, or you can take both depending on your flexibility today. Go ahead and just rock side to side. Then go ahead and bring those knees into the chest and give yourself a hug. So hug on your knees, grab your fingers together, and maybe just rock into a circular motion, lubricating the lower sacrum there. Good. Our back is going to feel amazing. Good, guys. And from here, we're just going to roll over to our left side and then just press yourself up into a seated position. So once you get into your seated position, we're going to sit up nice and tall. This is going to be the posture that we take with us right out the door into whatever next phase of the day that you're going into. So as we sit up tall, we're going to take our right hand over our head, embrace that deep stretch onto your right side. Left hand just kind of glides across the mat. Good. Inhale, pull it up. And we're just going to flow like a dancer. Take the left hand up now. As we gaze up, looking at our left hand, letting the right forearm drop to the floor. Good. Then slowly pull back up. And then we're just going to take both of our hands up, reaching nice and high. Reach as high as you can. Pull that core in. Sit up nice and tall. On the exhale, lean forward. Let your heart go first. So we're not working on really arching the back, but we're more focused on pulling the heart down to the mat. Maybe you walk your hands a little bit further away from you. Good. So continuing with those amazing back stretches here, we're going to walk our hands over to the right. Keeping the left sit bones, tailbones down to the mat. Come back to center. And then take both hands over the other way. Good job, guys. Embrace that stretch in your left side. It feels really good. And then come right back to center. We slowly come back up, guys. Good. One more gentle stretch here. Take both of your arms up. Drop your right elbow behind your back so that the palm of your hand touches the small of your back. And take your left arm and pull that right arm in, sitting up nice and tall, core is pulled nice and tight. I close my eyes a lot when the stretch feels good. Does anybody else do that? Sit up tall. Good. Now we're just going to switch arms. So arms come up and then we just drop the left hand to touch the small of the back or the back of your neck. Good. And just really pull that stretch in. Good. Exhale both of your arms down. Bring your head to one side very gently and very, very slowly. Good. Just to go for a nice neck roll. Maybe you take it one time all the way around. Good, guys. As we put our hands to heart center and we bow our heads, the light and the love that is inside of me recognizes and bows to the light and love that is inside of you. Thank you for letting me lead your flow today. Namaste. All right, thank you guys. So if you want more classes from me, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So I post a class every week. Usually they are beginners friendly, but sometimes they're advanced too. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like this video. Comment below if you are feeling great right now. Thank you.